oh, that's how it works. Or you mean to tell me I can go borrow money, I can go get a real estate property, I can get cash flow, right, from the real estate property, and then, oh, wait a second, I get to depreciate the property, so I don't got to pay taxes on the money that I made from other people's money? Wait a second, I now can go borrow against the value of my property, take out a loan, and that's tax-free too. I can pay you start this is a literal game.
It's unfair.
It's unfair in that people can win. I don't care whether you black, white, green, yellow, brown. Everybody can play this game. Everybody can win this game. Here's my thing though. As a people, we can't win the game if we don't know the rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we would never go step on a basketball court without knowing the rules. We would never go try to play baseball without knowing the rules. But we approach the game of money. We approach the game of credit. We approach the game of investing. We approach the game of taxes every single day without learning the rules of the game. And then we get the nerve to be mad when we losing.
Right.
Of course you're gonna be losing because you don't know if you're winning or losing because you don't know the rules.
Yep.
Right. So I think that that's why for me, and I think that was why we came together, is just to have a wake up call to our people. Like, yo, we're halfway through the year right now.
Right.
We are not going to let the rest of this year go by without making some changes on how we can not just free ourselves, but free our family and free up our money and our freedom by understanding how money works. Once you solve the money problem, the rest of the problems in life ain't that big of problems anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. At least your head can be above water to be able to make decisions.
Let me get them a secret that's not a secret.
Okay.
To bridge the wealth gap, you just need good credit.
Okay.
That's it. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because it's let's just be honest. What's the one thing that they're not teaching in school? There's not none of what we talking about.
Yeah.
Credit for sure.
They're not talking about credit at all.
Yeah.
They ain't teaching about taxes. They ain't teaching about investment strategy. They're not teaching none of that. So once you can get this figured out, you'll be good. But the foundation is the one thing that nobody is really being taught and talked about is just have a good credit score, bro. Like most people there are people that are okay with a 400. What does it matter?
Right.
Yeah.
That you don't even know what kind of game is being played.
The bad part about credit, bro, is that having no credit is bad credit. You know what I'm saying? Like you just not doing nothing is still bad. Right. You can't say I ain't doing nothing, so I'm good. No, it's still bad.
And look, hold on, watch this though. Watch this piece. Having good credit and doing nothing is even worse.
People brag about having an 850. I'm like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
In my DMs all day, okay, I got 800 now. What? Leverage it.
Yeah,
you need to get with me. So you just putting all this money down the drain because you don't understand the power of what you actually have.
Yeah.
And so it's a concept of if more adolescents and adults can understand how powerful credit is, and they can start to play the game of credit, and then you teach this to your children and add them on your credit as an authorized user and help them start building credit, understand the importance of I talk to my kids all day about credit. I ask them simple questions should you use a debit card or a credit card? They be like, credit card. They know the basic stuff. I told my daughter, I'm gonna add you as an authorized user. I'm telling her why she's gonna get added. Because she's asking for money now. She's 15. My son too, 14. So now that they ask for money, I don't want to give you cash. I don't want to Zelle you. I want to use Cash App. I'm gonna add y'all as authorized user on my credit card. I'm gonna set a limit to that joint. You're gonna tell me what you want, when you want, and how you want. I'm gonna tell you use that card. But I'm gonna teach you these principles so that way as you get older, you know how to build credit, you know how to leverage credit, you know the importance of credit. At least the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the biggest myth about go ahead.
I'll say the problem is people are on the wrong side of the transaction, right?
Yep.
So it's with credit, they hear debt, right? They don't hear leverage. They hear I go out and buy the liability, right? And by the time I'm finished paying it off, I pay back more in interest than I got it for, right? They don't understand the other side of it, right? And so you got to get on the right side of the equation. I think that's the issue, right? Because in our society, people will run up a bag on Louis V or designer or all these things, and don't realize that same tool, you can leverage it, right, to build wealth. It's like compound interest.
You can either rent out your Louis V what we doing?
Yeah.
Take that belt and that outfit you just bought. Yeah,
right,
you get done with it. Say, hey, bro.
Yeah, you want to wear the same next video, bro? hey, rent this joint.
It's loud anyway. You're not gonna wear it, but so many times anyway. You know what I'm saying? But people just don't understand how to get on the right side of the equation. Like with taxes, right? It's like if you're an investor or an entrepreneur, you're on the right side of the game. Yeah. With investing, right? If you're an investor, you're on the right side of compound interest. Yeah. With credit, if you leverage it to acquire assets, you're on the right side of it. People are just on the wrong side of the equation.
So what's one of the biggest myths in your industry that you think you just must dispel? Right? That's
good.
I can start if and then get time to think. So I think the biggest myth I have to dispel is that people think by not paying taxes is a bad thing. Like the reason I start off every lesson, I ask people, are you scared of not paying taxes? Because I can give you all the game. If you psychologically believe that not paying taxes is a bad thing, then you won't run any of the plays I'm about to tell you. But like people need to understand, like, here's why the government imposed taxes is because they're going to take our money to do things they must do. They're going to take our money. They're going to use it to offer jobs to people. They're going to take our money, use it to build housing. They're going to take our money and do the things that they need to do to stimulate the economy. They don't care who does it. They just want to get it done. So if you want to use your money to help stimulate the economy, they will let you keep it. So when it comes to like being an entrepreneur, as entrepreneurs, we create jobs. So the government's like, yo, if you creating jobs, Dion, you creating jobs, George, I'm gonna you ain't gonna pay that much taxes because you're doing my job for me. Instead of me having to take your money and open up jobs, you doing that for me.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, George, you investing in real estate? Oh, cool. Okay, bet. Now that you're investing in real estate, we don't have to take your money and use it for affordable housing. You just use your money to buy real estate. So the government, you're doing the government a favor. If you do them favors, they'll let you not pay taxes because all they're gonna do is take your money and employ it the way they want to employ it. So if you beat them to the punch and do what they want you to do first, they'll let you keep your money. And once people understand that that's how you win the tax game, by like doing the government's work for them and to your own benefit, instead of letting them take your money to do it first, then that's what they want you to do. They don't care about you. They don't care if you pay zero taxes. If you help create jobs and you help stimulate the economy, you help provide the housing, they don't care. You help supply oil or whatever, they'll let you keep all your money because the job is getting done. They don't care. They don't care who does it.
So for me, it's like, it's a two-part fold. So the first myth and layer that I have to get past is that, like I always ask the question, like, and I think this is what makes us good, because when you have somebody who is really endowed in like what they do, they don't just like give you information. They actually ask you questions to gain understanding, to give you the knowledge based upon what you do or don't understand. So for me, I asked a question. One of the main crowd said, well, what do you guys know about credit, or what were you taught? And so the main thing that I get is that it's for emergencies, it's for gas, and it's stay the hell away from it. That's what it's like. Everybody that's watching this video right now, they shaking their head right now like, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. It's for emergencies, or use it for gas, or stay the hell away from it. It's the three things.
The gas is an emergency.
Right. So my thing is that I gotta get you past, that's not what that is, right? That's not what that's for. Then once we get past that layer, the second piece is, all right, so now I gotta get them, the people that were already past that first layer, now I get everybody on the same level playing field. It's two sides of the fence. Either you're going to be using credit and just creating debt, like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, partying, kicking it, hanging out, having a good time, buying that purse, or that stuff that you didn't need. Or you're on the other side where you leverage it, where you say, okay, cool, I'm gonna use this credit to go out there to accumulate assets to bring me back in income. Because most people, like 99% of people, they're just using credit, and they go out there and they buy stuff that they don't need, and then when they look up when it's time to pay the bills, that's a whole nother bill. Like my credit is not a bill. Like my credit, I use that to go out there and use it for my business expenses, marketing, advertising, branding. It brings me back more money. I go out there, use my credit, I acquire real estate like I just did. I just invested in a 64 unit. Then turn around 2-3 months later, invested in a 60 unit. So now I got this money coming in from real estate, but it was all because I just leveraged my credit. Now, if I would have never leveraged my credit and I was just out here using credit, I'm drowning in debt like most Americans. We just drowning in debt. When, like you said, most people are just on the wrong side of the fence.